a previous segment, I mentioned the laundry room being down in the basement, and you might question, well, where did they get the water? Well, Mr. Swauger designed a cistern, and the gutter water came off the roof and went down into the cistern through a filter of sand and charcoal and so on. And if you go over there now and look at the east wall, you'll see there's a little difference in the color. That shows where the old cistern the filter was. And then they had this huge hole dug out and concreted, and it held a lot of water. Now it's been filled in and so on, but that's where they got their water for their laundry. And the boys from Asbury also put up part of the boys' dorm and got it ready to house the young men. So in 1926, there were no graduates in the senior. They didn't have a senior class that year. But in 1927, there was one graduate, and there was 4 graduates in the class of 1928. And one of them was a local girl, lived right across the river here, Rachel Noble. And if you visit the Mount Carmel Museum, you will see her uniform that she gave to us, that she was an Army nurse in World War II. And the only boy in the class, and the first boy to graduate from Mount Carmel, was a young man by the name of Munford Payton from West Liberty, Candle City area. And he went on, finished Asbury, and then he went to World War II, flew a plane and fought against the enemy in the Far East, and came back to the carrier with his plane shot up and all of that. But he survived and was given a lot of medals, and he's buried in Arlington National Cemetery in Washington. Now, the last class to graduate in the chapel of the ad building was my class, and that was in 1952, not 1852, as some of my former students might think. But anyway, that was the last class over there. And then the class of 53 was the first one to graduate in what is now the gym, and they had a gravel floor that they walked in on. And the first class to graduate in the upstairs building, Leland McConnell Auditorium, was the class of 1965. So we have a wonderful tradition, and we want to emphasize again the importance of the ad building and its cultural impact, and it was the center of the campus back then.